No, I actually agree with you very much there. CIA is very good at what they do. They're the premier intelligence agency in the world for a reason. Because when it comes to executing the intelligence mission, they do. But theirs is not a nation building mission, neither is the DoD, right? CIA is not a government building organization. That's not what they're supposed to do. If you think about it, espionage is all about secret theft and secret subterfuge and sabotage. All CIA is supposed to do is break shit. And they're very good at breaking shit. Breaking machines, breaking will, breaking backbones. Like they'll break anything you want them to break.
Governments. Governments rule over their people.
Yeah.
At times.
But what they don't do is they don't build. So
Right.
when the mission changed and new policy came in and started telling CIA to collect intelligence that had a building purpose, that's not something that CIA is good at, right? Let them continue to break, undermine, and sabotage. Don't try to make them the police force that verifies that your new president is doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's not what CIA is made for. You're not going to get the return on investment for human intelligence that you would get if you directed the same resources to go break something else, like the cartels or like the oligarchs in Russia, right? When you focus them on something distracting, don't be surprised when you don't get the return on investment you're expecting.
Yeah, and it wasn't what they were sent to do initially. And frankly, I don't know if the CIA was in charge. Could they have done a better job at an Afghanistan rebuild? Probably not.
Right.
I don't think anybody was going to rebuild Afghanistan, but certainly the DoD seemed to do it in the bloodiest and most inefficient and corruptive ways. So it's hard to imagine. Like if we'd have given it to the Postal Service, I'm not entirely sure they would have done a worse job than the DoD when it comes to the Afghanistan rebuild. But I view that initial wave as a victory of intel, and oftentimes it's the failures that commentators discuss, and it's the wins that you can't discuss. And, I've been briefed on a number of operations that we can't talk about, but where people did really effective stuff to stop otherwise really bad stuff. So outside of the envelope, obviously, of what we can't discuss, what would you say to people to inspire them that it is a virtuous career? And what win would you cite and say, look, you can be a part of the type of thing like this?
Yeah, my whole platform, everything I do with Everydayspy is about a positive message for CIA because there's so little out there that's being said that's positive. Because just like you said, Matt, your failures at CIA hit the front page of the news. Victories at CIA remain a secret forever. And that's the downside about secret operations. The men and women who work at CIA are some of the most heroic, intelligent, brave, mission-oriented people you can imagine. That is in large part why they won't be allowed to leave with the new resignation invitation because they're so important, they're so valuable that they might say they want to leave, but it doesn't mean that they're going to get a yes or get a stamp of approval. When you look at the takedown of Osama bin Laden, that is a fantastic example of what CIA can do. There are countless examples of successful operations that are paramilitary operations that happened in hostage rescue situations, in countering human trafficking and weapons trafficking. If you think about the Stuxnet sabotage of Iranian nuclear capabilities, these are fantastic examples of where intelligence led the way. And CIA was at the
Is it safe to
forefront of
say
that.
that Iran would have the bomb right now if not for the CIA?
I mean,
I think I can say that.
yeah, I mean,
I would agree with that assessment.
If Iran has a bomb that we don't know about, it's because they're terrified CIA will find out and break their bomb.
So fresh, so